Your child had a chance to make the winning play in the game, but missed the shot. The team lost. The coach has talked to the team, and it's time for you to go home. What would you say to your child? Take a moment to think about how you would handle this situation. Feel free to pause the video so you can brainstorm and write down your ideas. Here's how other parents have approached this situation. I wouldn't say anything about the shot. I'd simply congratulate my child on playing hard and wait for my child to let me know when she is ready to talk. I'd ask an open-ended question to find out how my child is feeling about the game. For example, I might ask, "How are you doing?" Or, "What was the most or least enjoyable part of the game?" If my child is feeling upset, I simply acknowledge his feelings. Then I praise the effort he exerted during the game and point out that even the world's best players miss shots. Mistakes are part of the game. Now let's say your child's team just played a game and your family is at a local restaurant having a post-game dinner. Your child is still wearing their uniform. What's the one question you'll probably hear from everyone at the restaurant? Did you win? In this society, we tend to define success in terms of the scoreboard. The scoreboard definition of success focuses on results, on making comparisons with others, and on letting players know that mistakes are not okay. We are not looking to get rid of the scoreboard winner. However, PCA has developed a different definition of success that we call the Elm Tree of Mastery. What we're about to share with you is based on years of sports psychology research and provides a means for getting any athlete to improve, sometimes dramatically and rapidly so. Here's the bottom line. Your child absolutely will be successful sooner or later if they follow the teachings of the Elm Tree of Mastery, routinely give their best effort, have a teachable spirit, learn from everything that happens to them, and don't let mistakes or fear of mistakes stop them. To help you and your child remember mastery, just think of an elm tree. Here's how the mastery definition compares to the scoreboard definition of success. The E in ELM stands for effort. The scoreboard definition focuses on results, who won and who lost. The mastery definition focuses on effort. Am I giving my best effort? L stands for learning. The scoreboard definition focuses on comparison with others. Am I better than she is? Is he faster than I am? The mastery definition focuses on learning. What can I do now that I couldn't do 2 weeks ago? M stands for mistakes are okay. The scoreboard definition says that mistakes are not okay. Mistakes are terrible. The mastery definition says that mistakes are okay. Learning cannot be maximized without mistakes. Another way to look at the difference between the mastery and scoreboard definitions of success is the concept of fixed versus growth mindsets, which says what we believe about learning has a fundamental impact on how much and how well we learn. Someone with a fixed mindset believes they are good or bad at something, with no room for improvement. Any failure is seen as a major setback. Someone with a growth mindset, on the other hand, believes they can improve their skills over time through persistent effort. They are more likely to rebound from failure and work towards higher achievement. Here is a description of the role of the growth mindset in sports from Carol Dweck, PCA National Advisory Board member and Stanford University professor.
I think it's incredibly important for parents and coaches to use sports as a vehicle for teaching the growth mindset, because this will serve kids so well throughout their lives. It'll serve them well in sports. It will make the sport enjoyable. It will make the learning of the skills enjoyable. It'll probably result in more winning. But it will teach the kids to enjoy effort and even struggle. It'll teach them how to overcome obstacles. It will teach them that success is the end of a process. And there is nothing more valuable that they can take with them. Many parents and coaches think they can hand kids self-esteem by telling them they're talented or giving them trophies. That doesn't do it. Teaching them how to learn and grow and thrive in the face of obstacles, that's what gives kids self-esteem.
When athletes focus on mastery, they work to become the best they can be. They achieve success on the scoreboard as a byproduct of their relentless pursuit of mastery. In a mastery climate, players can control their effort and whether they continue to learn. When athletes feel in control, they tend to experience less anxiety and more self-confidence. Albert Bandura, Stanford University psychologist and member of PCA's National Advisory Board, has demonstrated with many years of research that when a person has a sense of control and increased self-confidence, they tend to work harder and stick to tasks longer. As a parent, you can encourage your child to compare their performance to their past performance. Keep the following in mind. Monitor progress by asking, are they learning and improving? Are they giving 100%? Remember, kids tend to compare themselves to others, but this is not what matters most. Just like in the classroom, your child should strive for their own personal best performance in their sport. We are redefining what it means to be a winner. Whether the team wins or loses the game, we want our kids to act like winners. Winners give maximum effort. Winners continue to learn and improve. Winners don't let mistakes or the fear of mistakes stop them. Research has shown that coaches and athletes who pursue mastery actually do better and win more on the scoreboard than those who focus solely on winning. Joan Duda, a prominent professor of sports psychology and member of PCA's National Advisory Board, has done a great deal of work on the mastery orientation contrasted with what we have called the scoreboard approach. During the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, she compared athletes who were coached in these two different approaches. Dr. Duda and her colleagues studied 62 athletes, both men and women, who were competing in 15 different sports. They found that athletes coached in a mastery climate won significantly more medals than those working in a scoreboard climate. Dr. Duda comments that everyone looks at the scoreboard, but athletes using a mastery approach have other ways to keep themselves on track when things don't go their way. Feeling self-confident, working harder, having more fun. Aren't those all the kinds of traits you'd like to see in your child? To make this happen, you can create a mastery climate that redefines what it means to be successful. The 3 tools to help parents create a mastery climate include: target your cheering, no directions cheering, flush mistakes with a mistake ritual. When a doctor taps a patient's knee, the leg kicks forward. People can react this way too, responding immediately and without much thought. This can be especially true with parents at a sporting event. When our team scores, we cheer. When the other team scores, we are silent. When the official makes a bad call, we boo. Stimulus and response, not much thinking involved. A second goal parent is different. You go beyond the stimulus and cheer for the things you'd like to see more of. Behaviors that you'd like to see in your child when they are grown. Qualities that will help them be a successful, happy member of society. Here's how targeted cheering works. Before a game, remind yourself of the goals you emphasized in the 100 points exercise. Then follow your game plan. Cheer intentionally for the characteristics you support, such as teamwork, gaining self-confidence, and having fun. Athletes and teams do not benefit from parents yelling out instructions. Avoid giving your child advice on the sidelines by committing to no directions cheering. You can't give directions without verbs. If you eliminate verbs from your cheering, you'll stop giving directions and start giving feedback. For example, pass the ball to Sarah is a no-no because it uses the word pass as a verb to give directions. On the other hand, great pass, Sarah, gives no directions. You're just commenting appreciatively on what you see Sarah doing. Other examples of no directions cheering are: great effort, good hustle, and nice hit. No directions cheering is important because your child will do better if it's their game. So provide encouragement without direction, or even enjoy the game in silence. There are additional examples of no directions cheering in the guide that follows. Many youth athletes never develop confidence because they are afraid of making a mistake. We can help our kids overcome mistakes and the fear of making mistakes by giving them a tool that reminds them to bounce back and focus on the next play. A mistake ritual is a gesture phrase that individuals use to ward off the fear of making mistakes so they don't play timidly. A mistake ritual symbolizes to the child, as well as teammates and coaches, that the mistake is over and it is time to move on. Flushing is an excellent mistake ritual. When the child makes a mistake, they make a flushing motion. Mistakes happen, but we don't want to hang on to them. So we flush it and it's gone. Now, on to the next play. Players often look to the coach or parent after making a mistake. We encourage both coaches and parents to use the flushing mistake ritual. When your child looks to you on the sideline, they are seeing a consistent affirmative response to help them move on from the mistake. Athletes who use a mistake ritual are more assertive and relaxed, have more fun competing, and do better on the scoreboard.